Okay, so we've come to the conclusion of match day 3 partial fixtures on Thursday, the 16th of October 2025. I'm here at the MTN Omondi Stadium, home of KCCA Football Club. That's the major entrance where the players access and the major officials as well as the VIPs access the facility. And at the moment, the floodlights have gone off and everybody is making their way home. After 90 minutes here, we've gone and see KCCA Football Club and Lugazi Football Club could not be separated. The two teams settling for a goalless draw. No goals scored here and 1 point apiece shared between the two sides. A bit disappointing from KCCA Football Club's point of view, but from Lugazi Football Club's point of view, they'll take that one back to Lugazi because it's not an easy place to come and play here. And here's why. Last season at this particular facility at the MTN Omondi Stadium, the second leg, they were on the losing end of a 5-0 thrashing to KCCA Football Club. So coming here, perhaps you could think that that was in their mind, but they defended quite well. And we got to hear in from the KCCA Football Club co-head coach Jackson Magera that they executed a marvelous and wonderful low block to keep KCCA Football Club from scoring. Now, it was quite even first half. A couple of chances falling Lugazi Football Club's way, as well as KCCA Football Club pushing, trying to get in onto the front foot, but no clear-cut chances for either of the two sides, as they were not just clinical in the first half, and it was easy going for both goalkeepers. Halftime comes through, second half comes around, and you would think that renewed energy, a change of tactics here and there. For Lugazi Football Club, all they have to do is maintain their shape, maintain their low block, and the defense was disciplined enough to ensure that they keep the defense intact, that low block, and throughout the course of the second half, regardless of the fact that KCCA Football Club had plenty of tactical players and technical players on the football pitch in Umar Lutalo, Joel Sarunjoji, Sebaduka, who had a very good game as well from the fullback position. They just could not master the right moments or the brilliance required to unlock the Lugazi Football Club defense and get the goal. Lugazi kept their shape and sat back. They tried to hoof the ball forward. Their forwards got into some positions, but not as clear-cut positions as well. The KCCA Football Club defense was able to easily get the ball and try to push it back to the Lugazi Football Club box, but in the end, it just, for the both sides, really nothing to go by. It was a hard-fought battle between the two sides, and in the end, they could only settle for a goalless draw. A couple of changes made by KCCA Football Club, and they did try to do all that they could to unlock the KCCA Football Club, the Lugazi Football Club defense, and in the end, despite the fact that they got into some key positions in the opposition's half, they just could not take their chances. And Lugazi Football Club goalkeeper as well, I think confident from the fact that his defense was playing quite well, was also able to build a bit of confidence and really attack the ball every time that KCCA Football Club threw any of the balls into his territory. But that's how it ended here. And for KCCA Football Club, I think for a club that's trying to gun for a championship, they need to play a bit better, and no doubt that they'll be a bit gutted from that. We got to hear from the head coach Jackson Magera that it was not good enough clinically, and moving forward, all they're going to try and do is ensure that they try to work on their efficiency and effectiveness once the opportunities fall to them. And so here's how it looks like after match day 3 for the both teams. For KCCA Football Club, now they have a maximum of 5 points from 3 matches. This is their second draw of the season so far, after they drew their opening match against Chitara, winning against Sports Club Villa in the Kampala Derby. Now this is their second draw. For Lugazi Football Club, well, it is now a win, a loss, and a draw for them. So they as well, not having the most stable of starts to the season, but they will take that in comparison to how last season started. This is their second official season in the top flight. In the first season, after the first 3 games, they had only one point and no goals scored. But this season so far, 3 games played, and they have a maximum of 4 points and 4 goals scored. So that is progress from Lugazi Football side's point of view. For KCCA Football Club's point of view, last season at this stage, 3 games in, they had 7 points, but from at this moment in time, they have only 5 points. So not the best of starts. But nonetheless, long season ahead. Coming up next for KCCA Football Club is a trip to Natural Football to play Express Football Club, two of the oldest, most successful clubs in Ugandan football going up against each other. And so that's going to be quite an interesting game coming up next week. Meanwhile, for Lugazi Football Club, up next is they'll be hosting URA Football Club at the Lugazi Stadium. So they'll be returning home after the expedition to Uganda. The past two games, this and the previous game, were in Kampala, away from home. So they'll be returning home, and they'll be hoping that back home where they won on opening day, they'll be able to build a bit of momentum, keep this unbeaten run, and possibly get a result. But that concluded Thursday's fixtures. On Friday, March the 3 continues. We'll get to see Bull Football Club up against Barra City Football Club, Barra City hosting that match, and thereafter we'll get to see under the floodlights yet another big game, the Natural Football Derby, as URA Football Club will be hosting Express Football Club under the floodlights at Ham Stadium, Natural Football.